All right, guys, let's talk about the elephant in the room. And it's a big ass elephant. And if you're an empath, this video is for you. So, there is a huge separation happening right now. It's not loud, it's not dramatic. And if you're an empath, you'll feel it in your nervous system. You see, the energy that you used to tolerate is now suffocating you. The manipulation that you used to rationalize is now like disgustingly obvious. The toxic relationships and chaos is now just exhausting. So, what is this great separation that I'm talking about? It's the exposure of ego and intentions. It's light revealing what darkness was comfortable hiding for years. And you'll see this in relationships, you'll see this in politics. But where you will see this the most is the relationships between an empath and a narcissist. Because for years, empaths were conditioned to overgive, to understand everyone, to carry all of the emotional weight, to see potential in people rather than who they actually are. For most of us empaths, we confused trauma bonding with love. Narcissistic energy thrives in that type of environment. It feeds on admiration, emotional labor, on someone else regulating their insecurities. But what's happening right now? What's this shift all about? The empath is finally waking up. The empath is finally healing. After years of giving and giving and giving and emotional dysregulation and just not having any support. The empath is just like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And when that happens, they become dangerous to manipulation. Once an empath is healed, they don't chase closure. They don't beg to be understood. And they most certainly do not settle for breadcrumbs. So here's where the separation becomes so obvious. You have to understand that the narcissistic mindset is so ego-driven. They like to avoid accountability. They like to rewrite narratives, lie some more, and they need to feel in control. And so when the empath is not healed, they tolerate it. They're like, oh, well, then maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're having a bad day. But once healed and they see it, like when they see it, there is no going back. And this year, 2026, let me tell y'all, the masks are slipping at a really fast rate, at the fastest rate they've ever slipped or fell. The masks are coming off, and you'll see this in public figures. You'll see this in relationships. You're gonna see people unravel because they lost control. You'll see manipulation fail where it used to work. All right, Sarah, well, why is all this happening? And it's because the collective awareness is rising, especially in women. Women are taking their power back. We are waking up to the fact that we are the leaders. Our men are the protectors and providers. But naturally, we were meant to lead all along. Because of all the great intuition and discernment that God gave us. People are also learning words like love bombing and gaslighting, thanks to me. Words like trauma bonding and projection. So while darkness thrives in ignorance, lightness will thrive in awareness. And that light, it's not mystical, it's clarity. Clarity that the person you were literally begging to love you, don't feel bad, I've done this. They were addicted to power, okay? Not like partnership, power and control. That chaos, that wasn't chemistry. That was what I would call nervous system addiction. It's an addiction? No, it's not an addiction. Sorry, that was a Britney Spears reference. So, your empathy was being exploited for years. But here's the harsh truth, okay? When the empath starts to awaken and they pull their energy back, like, give me all my energy. That's my energy. The narcissist starts to panic because they lose their best supply. The empath is the best supply for the narcissist. But once they lose that admiration, and we give so much of it, once they lose that emotional control over you, that mirror that made them feel powerful, it all goes downhill from there. Because the empath finally decided to do something that they have probably never done. Set boundaries, strict boundaries. By the way, once you do this, you will now be considered cold, distant. They will avoid you, give you the silent treatment as if that still works. You are now heartless because you stopped reacting. You are now selfish because you chose peace. But it's all good because the great separation is going to make things so obvious. It's going to show exactly where the light is and where the dark is. And I mean, it's going to happen at such a rate, especially this year. It's going to happen at an alarming rate because the empaths are fed up, okay? They're healing, they're going to therapy, they're choosing better partners who pour into them. They're more disciplined, they have more self-awareness. And a narcissist, well, the narcissist is like literally doubling down on image control, deflection. Like they are collecting all your loved ones and doing the humiliation rituals. They're just tired. They're tired because nothing is working anymore. Nobody believes them. People can see through the bullshit now. Hence the great shift. So the gap between the two is widening because you cannot evolve and manipulate at the same time. Choose your struggle, baby. You cannot try to protect your ego and surrender it at the same time. Now, here's the thing. Every person, including myself, has both energies inside of them. But the question is, which one are you feeding? Are you healing your wounds or are you weaponizing them? Are you surrendering your ego or are you defending it at all costs? Because the great separation is not just external, okay? It's internal. If you're an empath and you refuse to heal, well, you're just self-sabotaging and self-abandoning. And this year, you're going to feel called to make that change. This is the year where you're going to be pushed to choose growth over ego, accountability over blame, humility over image. And if you've been doing the work like myself, let me tell you something. It is a very lonely process. You will be alone for the most part of it. Your circle, non-existent. It's just you. You're the circle. Because once you stop operating from trauma, you will be forced to stop resonating or surrounding yourself with people who are still in it. And light doesn't need to argue. It'll just reveal itself. Like, it won't even need to speak up. Like, you will be seen for who you are without even saying anything. Like, if you've done internal work, it will show. People will know. The same way it will show on a narcissist. They're going to get exposed. Even without having to say anything, they're going to be exposed because people are reading energy now. They don't even know they are, but they are. Because like I said, the level of consciousness is rising. So if you're lonely or things feel heavy or different and people are just so distant and things are not how they used to be, good, because that means you're in alignment. And this year, it's going to be so obvious, like those who want love and those who want control, those who want clarity and those who want chaos. Stay soft, keep your boundaries intact, stay woke, do not tolerate the bullshit, but stay kind, stay you, stay beautiful. This is your year. I promise you, this is your year. This video is for my empaths. I love y'all.